Hi guys, this is Ruby again, rambling on, or whatever I'm going to call myself. I do have some notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Now, I don't know if you just saw what I did a minute ago. I posted it because it was so silly, made myself laugh. But I have been trying to take this second review on Elvis for like 5, 6 times now. So if I don't do it this time, it's not meant to be. So here goes. Part 2, Elvis movie. I did part 1. If you didn't see that, scroll down. It's on Facebook, and you'll see part 1. Okay. So today I went with Rob, and the first time I saw it, I was very happy, very excited. The dance and the music got me all, excited. And today I came out and I was a little bit upset. And I think I was upset because I was paying attention to other details. Now, the first time I saw it, I was more interested in watching Austin, who plays Elvis, and the music, and actually the way he moved, So my mind was somewhere else. Today I watched it, and I really paid attention to things. And it showed that I still believe it's told us from the Colonel's point of view, but I don't know. I really don't believe that Elvis was sad his entire life. And I don't believe he was only happy when he was on stage, because I believe that towards the end of his life, that he wasn't happy, and he was on stage, and basically, they worked him to death, or the colonel did. And I don't believe he died of an overdose, but that's another story for the different day. So it doesn't show that anyhow. But it did show things like BB King and Little Richard and Elvis being around them, listening to music, and I mean, all that was cool. I liked all that. The coloring in the movie, I mean, it was so bright. I mean, it would really grab your attention. I still didn't like the split screens, but other than that part. And I realized when I really looked at it today, Elvis was really a genius. I mean, he really was when it came to his music and how he wanted things done. I guess I didn't realize that. All these books I've read and everything, so he really was. He was amazing. He knew what he wanted. He knew the sound. He never wrote a song. And he really never took lessons. I think they said maybe an uncle or pastor or somebody showed him how to hold a guitar or something. I don't think anybody ever showed him about the piano, and that's the best musicians, that it just comes natural. It's just that gift. Learned by ear, so today, when I say I was sad today, I still enjoyed the music and the dancing and all that. The part really got, the other night I said about his mom, that was sad too, but today, for some reason, it got to me more, because she's in the closet, he's grabbing her clothes, he's so upset. Here comes the Colonel telling him, you have to get up, your mom wouldn't want that, we got to go outside, we got to take pictures. And basically Elvis goes outside with his dad, and they take pictures. And that was, I really didn't pick up on that the first time I saw it. I saw it, but the sadness of it hit me today. And the Colonel really had control over Elvis. Now, Elvis grew up, he went in the Army in March 58. His mother died in August of 58. So, and then after that he went to Germany. But that was just sad. I really believe he would have lived longer if his mom had lived longer. And I don't think I like the way she was portrayed as far as drinking too much. I don't see. I haven't read anything. I haven't talked to anybody or saw anything or read anything that said she was a drunk. I don't know. So I don't know if that's part true, but I don't believe everything I hear anyhow, or half of what I read. So I just gotta go somewhere in the middle. So I did I did find that so sad. And like when Martin Luther King passed away in '68, the colonel says, well, that has nothing to do with us. And Elvis says, it has everything to do with us. And I believe that is a true story, because it did have everything to do with us. Elvis was so involved with the different races, and it was, he was right. So I don't doubt those words were spoken. It did have something to do with them. It wasn't something they could slip under the rug. And they really didn't talk about, I said this the other day too, I was listening for it, they really didn't talk about his spiritual side. Now they did, I saw the church thing, they show him in the church, and when he gets ready to do his first show, his mom's there, they're singing a spiritual song. But as far as taking it any further than that, if they did, I didn't pick up on it, because I know in real life, Mindy Miller and Larry Giller were crucial parts with books and Bibles, all kinds of knowledge that Elvis was into. So they didn't show any of that. They didn't show that Priscilla, he met Priscilla in Germany, he comes back, he ends up marrying her. They have a child, she leaves him, and I think it was 72, 73, they omit that she left it for another man. Now, there's two sides to every story, and I'm sure Elvis was a jerk at times, like any man, but they don't say anything about Mike Stone. So, she wasn't alone, and some people say that he was never the same after she left him. I just don't believe that. Do I believe he was hurt? Absolutely. Do I believe he was hurt because she was the one that left him, and usually he was the one that left the women? Yeah, probably so. So did he ever get over her? I don't know. I don't know. I think she thinks he never got over her. So does she still love him now? I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, that spiritual side, that I think that bothered me a lot. And then when you get down to the end of the movie, when they have Austin's face, and he's sitting at the piano playing Unchained Melody. I've always loved that song. And it turns into Elvis. And I mean, that's when I really cried, because I thought, oh my gosh, because that song, if you really, really listen to the words of that song, it can be for, a girlfriend, a husband, a parent, anybody you love. And I believe that was kind of for his mom. I mean, that song, that really touched me. It really did. And at the end of the movie, there's the credits and everything, and it shows what Colonel Parker was making off of him, and how he got in trouble for all that. I would like to hope that there is 2 to 4 hours missing out of this movie, and somehow they will make part 2 or 2 and 3 or something, and really show the other. I mean, what about Anne Margaret? If you're old enough, you remember Anne Margaret. I mean, my gosh, she was absolutely gorgeous. And so the story goes, from his Memphis Mafia, it was a toss-up between Anne Margaret and Priscilla knew it. Only thing that hurt was Anne Margaret was a upcoming career woman, and Elvis wanted a stay-home woman. So Anne Margaret wasn't going to do that, and Priscilla was mad. Now, they don't show any of this. The only thing they show about other women is when Priscilla is throwing his pills at him, and he says, is this because of what happened, last night or something like that? And she said, no, I don't care about that. I care about these pills she's throwing on. And then she tells him she's leaving. So I don't know if that's when I've heard stories that she left him right before he went on stage in Las Vegas one time. So I really don't know when she told him that she was leaving, but she left. And he says, when I'm 50 and you're 40, we'll be back together. Is that true? I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know if that's true or not. But so my first time seeing it, I came out ecstatic. The dancing, I was ready to dance a jig myself. This time I came out, I was crying. So I would just like to see the other people like Linda Thompson, Mindy Miller, Ginger. Ginger was his last girlfriend. Now, he asked her to marry him. Now, some people say he wasn't going to marry her anyhow. Okay, maybe he was, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't there. But the fact is, she was there with him in the bed the night he died. I mean, his cousin, Billy Smith, his wife Jo, they were playing racquetball, before that. They don't show that. They don't show any of that. To me, that was kind of crucial part, I mean, that's, Linda Thompson. Well, I mean, before Mindy, I mean, she was with Elvis, and I've heard her say out of her own mouth that there was many times she woke him up to keep him from choking, So, I mean, what's up with that? I don't know. So, I would recommend going to see this. If you're an Elvis fan, go see this movie. Tell me what your opinion is. If you're not an Elvis fan, I still recommend you go see this movie because this man was phenomenal. I mean, he was. I think it was Paul McCartney. One of the Beatles said, before there was Elvis, there was nothing. I mean, you just have to see it. And they did incorporate some of today's music that youth listen to today. So I think you would enjoy it. So, take your kids, take your grandkids to see it. And, we'll see if something else pops up. And I found it strange that I'm going to end with this because I babbled on too long and I don't know if this is going to cut off and I'm going to have to read it. So, they said Elvis was into numerology. Well, I don't know anything about that other than it's got something to do with numbers. So I went back and I read Elvis was born on January the 8th. His mother died on 8/14, which is August 14th. Elvis died on 8/16, which is August the 16th. It's just weird. I mean, all these eights, and they say that he thought he was the number 8. I have no idea what number I am. I wish somebody tell me. But anyways, guys, I hope this video actually comes through. I hope I don't seem like a rambling nutcase because, I'd like to put this on my new YouTube channel or whatever I'm trying to do. So y'all leave some comments down there and let me know if you want to see more or not. So I don't think I'm going to have a part 3, but I still might talk about Elvis some more, and aliens, and murder, and mysteries, the unknown. So until next time, see ya.